Winter had always been a harsh season in the small town of Milfield, but this year was different. The snow and ice had been relentless, piling up higher and higher with each passing day. The townspeople were used to harsh winters, but this one was something out of a nightmare. And that nightmare became a reality when strange things began to happen. It started with the disappearances. People would go out to shovel snow or run errands, and they wouldn't come back. The town's small police force was overwhelmed with reports of missing persons, but they couldn't find any clues as to what was happening. And then the animals started to act strangely. The birds stopped singing, and the dogs wouldn't stop barking. The townspeople began to feel like they were being watched. One night, a snowstorm swept through the town, burying everything in its path. When it was over, the townspeople woke up to a world of white. They tried to go outside to clear the snow, but they found that the doors and windows were frozen shut. It was as if the snow was alive, and it was trying to keep them trapped inside. As the days went by, the snow continued to fall, and the temperature dropped to an almost unbearable level. The townspeople huddled together for warmth, but they knew that they couldn't stay like this forever. They had to find a way out. But when they tried to leave, they found that the snow had blocked all the roads and paths. They were trapped in the town with no way out. The few people who remained alive knew that they were running out of time. They could feel it in their bones. Something was coming, and it was something that they couldn't fight. And then it happened. The snow began to move, almost as if it was alive. It twisted and turned, forming into a massive shape that towered over the town. It was like nothing they had ever seen before. It was a monster made of snow and ice, with eyes that glowed like embers. The townspeople tried to run, but it was too late. The monster let out a deafening roar, and the ground shook beneath them. In the end, only a handful of people survived the monster's attack. They fled the town, leaving behind the frozen remains of their friends and loved ones. They never spoke of what had happened in Milfield, and the town was forgotten. But every winter, when the snow began to fall, the survivors would remember the terror that gripped their town. They would remember the sound of the monster's roar and the feeling of the ground shaking beneath their feet. They would remember the fear that they felt as they ran for their lives. And they would wonder if the monster was still out there, waiting for the perfect moment to strike again. They would wonder if they were ever truly safe from the horrors of winter.